You want to play a boring generic Crash Bandicoot? No? So let's talk about it. Ven VR Adventure is a single-player platform game built for the ground up on virtual reality. You happen to meet Ven on his unknown planet invaded by Bruce Nelson, who wants to destroy the surrounding magical world and gain access to this endless energy to make him virtually immortal. Be the hero to help Ven save his planet from destruction. Submerge yourself in the world of magic invaded by machines and deadly enemies, full of traps and danger. Team up and work with Ven and use everything you can to save his world. Be the hero who Ven needs to save this planet from destruction. And while you're at that, why don't you pick up those little companions? In addition, you can also challenge yourself to finish each level in the time travel mode against a global leaderboard. Now, with all the facts out of the way, let's get into the real reason why you clicked on this video from my overall thoughts, impressions, and review. And it goes as followed. I like to look at Ven as a generic Crash Bandicoot game. The textures of some of the game objects are but ugly low res, polygonic, borderline Nintendo 64, PS1, shitified chips, duty-fied garbage dumpster diarrhea, but extremely sharp visuals and resolution. And during my playthrough, I kept looking for the jaggies or blurry spots, and I couldn't really find any during the game objects or level design, except for the duty-fied, shitified chips game skybox backgrounds, where most of them look really low res, terrible, upscaled at best for the PSVR2 hardware. And despite some of those issues that we will get into in a minute, I actually did have a fun time playing Ven. I didn't think the game was difficult at all. It was actually pretty easy. I kind of just sailed through while chatting with viewers that were watching me play it live, and the performance of the game is buttery smooth, except for the last world where in somewhat of the level somewhere, I discovered a couple of frame drops. But that was actually a rarity. The boss fights in this game are laughable, as I love good old boss fights in my games, but to have one of them as a straight up Beat Saber minigame clone ripoff was fucking hilarious, and the rest of them, not to indulge too deep into spoiler territory, were fights that I could actually finish half asleep with very few critical thinking elements of my brain. It's just kind of boring, plain, monotonous, generic level design, with sporadic, spontaneous moments that do take inspiration from Crash Bandicoot, which for me personally, it actually meshes kind of well. I completed the game in around 3.5 hours on normal difficulty, so your playtime will vary and change depending on your settings. Just keep that in mind. Now let's talk about where Ven actually goes wrong. Despite telling you about the story of the first 5 seconds of the review, it's so mindless and uninspiring and unimportant that I literally can't even thought about how it actually was and remember what happened without actually going in and googling it real quick just to tell you guys in the review. I literally just beat the game and poof, out of my mind, gone. And the tutorial pop-ups and hints of your arm happen way too frequently, even when you're balls deep in the game. I just don't like the hand holding. It's shitified chips, assified, trashified, my boys, garbage diarrhea dumpster, suava sauce, slava juice. And the camera isn't as aggravating as one would see. It's slightly annoying in the beginning, but it's not really that bad for me. And the smooth turning option, I was like kind of getting used to the camera. Sometimes you have to back Ven up to make the camera go back, which some people will actually not like. But for the most part, as I warmed up to it, it wasn't really that bad, despite what others say about the camera. But what is trashified, assified, my boys, duty-fied garbage, dumpster diarrhea, suava juice, pimples on my ass, cracks, sliding down the slides. This shit is chips-ified, shitified. My boys and girls, y'all thought this shit wasn't coming, but it's coming, my boys. The game, it shits itself in the last world, completely broken, monotonous, duty-fied garbage, dumpster. Left me speechless, left me bamboozled. My viewers was like, what the fuck? I guess the review's coming in now, my boys, because the game wouldn't load the character, the game wouldn't load the level design. Despite me going to the menu, despite me going to the spaceship, nothing worked at all. The game just wouldn't work, and then it crashed. Poof! Fucking gone, Thanos snap, shitified, shitty ass muffin chips, and a shitified sandwich, a shit McMuffin. That's what we got at the end of the game, and you can't make it up. I couldn't believe it, but despite those issues at the very end, I pressed on with the game, and well, it wasn't completely unplayable, but it did walk that fine fucking line. And in the overall of the circumstances of the game, the way it was, the way it plays, the way it feels, like I said, I don't feel like it's a bad game as people are making it out to be, but it's not fucking great. It's just a very decent sized tier game. And it walks a fine line doing it. We here at NGI give Ven VR Adventure on the PSVR2 a 6 out of 10. Make sure you stay up to date with all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, and as always, subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys in the next stream or video. God bless and peace.
I be saying all kind of shit. But I be saying shit that's true though. I don't just be saying it to say it. I can like, yo, that shit look assified, trashified. I am having fun though. I can't hide it. I'm having fun. It's not bad, man. It's like,
remember your training.
It's literally like fucking Crash Bandicoot. Bro, I be talking too soon.
I wanna pop tart, bitch. I wanna pop.